First responders on the East Coast will have a lot of help from Indiana soon to aid with Hurricane Florence. It is expected to make landfall by at least Friday. Amanda Starantino is here with a closer look.
And Erica, it was an early wake-up call for an 86-member team from right here in central Indiana. And it was a midnight call from FEMA with activation orders for Task Force 1 to start their journey to North Carolina. Indiana Task Force 1 mostly made up of volunteers, packing up just after midnight Tuesday to head east as soon as possible.
It's very important that we get the teams in place prior to the storm coming ashore. And so that's pretty much the plan right now. So once they get a little bit better track on the storm, figure out where the needs are going to be.
This search and rescue team of more than 80 people train year-round for this kind of response. It is a mix of firefighters, police officers, civilians, and doctors. They will be placed in a secure and safe structure to ride the storm out and be ready to respond immediately the next morning.
Very elite group of people here on this team with a lot of training under their belt. And they're always anxious to get out and use that training the best they can to serve the public.
Duke Energy also sending 50 linemen volunteers to Asheville as well this morning to assist with power outages in the Carolinas. John Hall, a dad of 3, is packed for at least 2 weeks away from his kids and wife.
Want to go help people out, get their power back on, and do what we can to help out down there.
Lou Middleton of Duke Energy says they expect for power to be out for a few days in the Florence hit areas and that it could take a few weeks to get power fully restored.
We do expect it to be one of the most serious hurricanes that the U.S. has ever seen, and the predictions of damage are really pretty high.
Once in North Carolina, it's a waiting game to see how much damage Florence brings with her. These Hoosiers selflessly answering the call to help and serve, knowing they could be away from home from anywhere from a few days to a few weeks.
I know that they're taking this very seriously down there, and so are we as responders going in there. So hopefully we'll travel down there and help where we can and get home safely.
And there are 28 of these search and rescue teams from across the country that were also dispatched by FEMA overnight. If you want to keep an eye on the progress Indiana Task Force 1 is making,